good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.
Kellet
Rosie
from
Battista from New Jersey. Where are you
and
these
Nick
days?
and Nick Kellet from Bali, from Ubud in Bali today.
Okay. 13 hours apart, which is
Yeah,
which is a real struggle, but here we are to bring
yeah,
you the end of
we
regret.
are.
You know, you were so insistent on making this quiz thing. And
Well, that's the funny
why did we
part.
make
I
this
was I
quiz?
was dead against it. Like literally, I was all set to go, and I'd fallen in love with Tally. I don't know if you've heard of Tally, but
Yeah.
Tally's like Typeform or Score App, right? And I've got a bit of a bromance going with Daniel Priestley from Score App. Listen, he's all over my feed everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, why would I create our own quiz? And I literally got into this conversation with with AI about it. And I was like, you should create your own. I'm like, why would I do that? And I went through this loop, and it convinced me that it was the right thing to do because it's basically we're building a completion engine, right? And so managing the data through that process is all part of what we do. And
Yeah.
I thought to myself, okay, you know what I'm going to do? And I remember we had a conversation about this, right? Way back. It was like, okay, I'm going to commit 2 or 3 days and see where we get, right?
Yeah. And it was like,
And
knock your socks off.
I was bouncing around the room with so much excitement because I'm like, I couldn't believe how cool what we
Well,
created
I'm going to
was, right?
show. Let me show a little
Yeah.
picture. It is
And
like literally so mind blowing when you look at it. It's so fun and
it's
it's so
like,
interactive. All the things fall down. Like what else makes it different than like the other things
well,
that are out there?
yeah, well, I mean, right there's Score App, there's Tally, there's Typeform, right? But what various things have caused this is basically one is we use Mad Libs. And if you don't know what Mad Libs are, they're a really ancient invention, but you basically fill in the
I'm
blanks.
not going to say that I did them when I was a kid all the time.
I know, well, I was too, but they're still alive and kicking today. I think people tend to know what the term Mad Libs mean, but I'll tell you the best example that where, and it, I'm on nearly on a 500-day streak of Duolingo, and it took me a long time to realize, like, oh my God, Duolingo, the reason Duolingo is successful because they use Mad Libs. They never ask you a
Okay.
question. You're always filling in the missing word
Right.
in a sentence or the 2 or 3 gaps in a sentence, right? And it's human nature to fill in gaps. If you hear a friend saying, when we went to that, and your friend's going to like fill in the word for you, right? It's human nature to fill in gaps. We just can't, like, we're a bit OCD. We tidy things up. We fill in
Love it.
gaps. So Mad Libs work. Um, and the other thing that we've done with the quiz is it's very much countdown orientated. So it's kind of advent calendar like. It's also video game like because you're crushing the cubes. So as you
And we
answer
can't
more,
see it right here, but they fall down and they form that word on the
right,
bottom,
right.
which is so fun.
Every time you answer something, more cubes fall away. And at the bottom, there's a quote, a mystery quote. And the quote is it's like that TV show, the Wheel of Fortune. And so it starts off completely blank, but as you start filling in
Yeah.
questions, you answer things, the letters fall in, and so you can guess, see if you can guess the whole word, right?
Yeah.
So we got the countdown mechanic and the word game. But then the other thing that's really odd and really weird about existing quizzes is you can't edit your answer. You have to go back, and then go
Which
forward,
is
forward,
very annoying. That's so
forward. Right.
frustrating.
You'll see right at the top of the quiz, there is an
Okay.
edit answers section.
Oh, right
And
at the top. Yeah.
yeah, so if you click on that, you can't do it on your screen, but that's the still image. But if you click on it, it expands and you see all the answers. And you can click on any one of those answers, and then it takes you back to that prompt, and then it carries straight on. It doesn't go back step by step by step by step. It just goes to the answer you're editing and then carries on, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is people often abandon quizzes, got distracted, lost their tab, right?
Mm.
Too many tabs in the browser problem, right? They lost their tab and then they come back to your quiz and then they have to start from the beginning again. Well, we don't do that. We just carry on from the last question where you left off. Now,
Which
if you
is so
want to
awesome because
right.
that's just a waste of time.
Well,
for
we also
anybody.
let you restart if you want to, but it tells you you're already on question 5. Do you want to keep going or do you want to
Yeah,
restart?
that's awesome. Awesome.
And
But I think, okay, so there's even better news about this though, because what kind of stats, talk about the kind of stats that we've gotten, because that I think was making you jump around the room even more.
Right. So we're seeing a 47% sign up rate. So people who land on the page, 47% of people are signing up. And I know this statistic from Daniel Priestley from Score App off by heart, because he says it often, is that a typical a quiz app, like a scorecard quizzing app, generates a 20 to 40% sign up rate. And you compare that to a standard landing page with no quiz in the kind of 4 to 8% range,
yeah,
right?
It's totally insane.
The quizzes are doing 20 to 40, and our quiz is doing 47%.
Amazing.
So, and we have obsessed about it, but it was because we were trying to prove a point, because we're building a completion engine. And we built, the main reason we built it was to prove, because we had this theory about Mad Libs, right? We wanted to prove that Mad Libs was an effective tool. I knew it was an effective tool,
right?
Because that's why 10 million people a day are keeping their streaks alive on Duolingo, and why Duolingo is worth like bazillions of dollars, right? Mad Libs is the core behind it. I've not heard anyone really talk about it, and I didn't even spot it at first. But that's what it's all about, and that's what we've built in. And it's, well, honestly, you ain't seen nothing yet, right? Because there's more coming.
Yeah.
This was the starter for 10 of how to use Mad Libs.
And here's the link right below there, so you can go take it yourself and experience all the, the fun. We want people to have fun, and we want to make a remarkable experience. And so this does both of those things in like a really, a simple way. And that's not okay. We don't have time to talk about this today, but going to come back and talk about the results that you get.
Right.
Because that's another really incredible thing.
Yeah, this was just really a talk about the kind of psychology, the gamification and the gaming and the human psychology attributes of why the results we're getting are as high as they are, right? Amazing. And I think I couldn't be happier. I was a bit like, oh, let's see what we get. And when we got those numbers, it's pretty mind-blowing. It's very affirming, very validating of what we're doing. And it's really inspired us to go on to the next thing, but that's another topic. We're not going to talk about that today. That's the secret.
So go take the quiz and then let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Ciao for now.
Awesome. So we'll chat to you again and see you in the next session. Bye for now.